Go ahead and do that. We're gonna be playing Pokemon Unknown again today. Hello. I see. Don't reward my 9 minutes of this horror. If you think our starting soon music is horror, I need you to sort of reconsider some things about your life. I think is really how I feel. Hello everyone. I hope all is well. There's a snoozing cat back here. Giving her some little scritchies. Giving her some little pets. Giving her, yeah, who's your good girl? Who's your good girl? Who's your good girl? She has no freaking idea. Hey, I'm gonna prank this cat right now, okay? There we go. I'm gonna prank this cat right now. Everyone hold on. Come here, Onion. Oh, she's got a freaking monkey on her and she doesn't even know. All right. Hello everyone. I saw it mentioned. I did not know until I got started that Camilla was also streaming right now. Hi, Brazilga. I didn't know that they were also doing it right now, but you know, that just means the more the merrier. What happened to my... Oh, sorry, I have to do something with my mic real quick. Something happened a while back where, like... I have not changed mics. I've had this AT2020 for years. And like, I just hook it up to a Focusrite transceiver, and that's just been my life. Something changed about my audio balances where it's hitting its, like, peak ceiling way easier lately. But hello, how's everyone doing? I stream during normal work hours now. This kicks ass. It's 2 in the afternoon J time. And, I'm able to do this during such hours now. Things have changed a little. There's gonna be stuff I'm doing this year that I'm excited to do, but kind of a sub-symptom of bigger changes in my life this year is that I can stream during the afternoon, and that just seemed like a fun thing to do. I will bring my wisdom and good cheer and knowledge to everyone who needs a second or third screen thing while they work their jobs. I'll tell you how to deal with spreadsheets. I'll tell you how to deal with HR when they tell you, hey, you've got to stop making your own peanut butter in the break room at 8 in the morning. It's you know, it's a fine thing to do, but at least offer it to someone. You're making the whole place smell like peanuts. Just, you know, when they tell you, no, you can't have your paycheck 3 days early just because a whole new round of Funko Pops went on sale and you want to choke the market. I'll help you with that. And, let's find out how. I'm being rather silly. I hope everyone's having a great day. We are gonna go over to the video game. Hello, it's once again Pokemon FireRed, created by Brazilga in the chat. You can go to the bathroom. So what I'm gonna need you to do is to look outside. Hold on. Look outside a window such as that one right there. That's what a window looks like. If you need help finding out what a window looks like, that's what a window looks like. What you're going to do is you're going to look out that window, which is like that's what a window looks like, and you're going to tell me if it's sunny, cloudy, rainy, snowy, different, dark, light, interesting, or stupid. And depending on your answer, that's how you know how long you can wait until you use the bathroom. What you're going to do is you're going to take whichever one of those is most applicable to your answer. You're going to multiply it by 3 and then divide it by 4. You're going to hook that up into a special equation that you should have gotten in an HR email 7 to 10 months ago that reads like it was sent by a spam address. You're going to want to find that email, but watch out if your organization's document retention policy means that it was already deleted. You're going to need to reach out to HR to get a new one. That's going to take 4 to 6 business weeks. Once you get that email, though, you're going to open that link up and you're going to run the answer to the math problem I just told you to do through another equation there, a big formula of sorts, and that'll let you know when you can use the bathroom. Thank you so much. Hope that helps. Anyway, So we're back to Pokemon Unknown. My bits are good when it's during daytime hours. This is good and we all like it. Hold on, I need to make sure Stelly's still in frame. There we go. There's my little cat. I have shit myself in this time. You take your age, divide by 2, plus 7 to see the appropriate windows are for going to the bathroom. That's actually how you find out when you're gonna die. But yeah, so we're back to Pokemon Unknown. Don't worry, I've gotten the most recent version of the game this time. We are gonna start a new run. I was really enjoying what we were doing last time, the reincarnation mode, but our friend Camilla over at We Are Alexandra has been burning the midnight oil, burning the daytime oil, burning whatever kind of oil you want to burn. This is so awkward trying to keep my beautiful cat in frame with me. But it's all worth it, baby. She's been burning the midnight oil trying to beat this thing in a Nuzlocke, and the way that difficulty ramps up halfway through the game has made that really hard. I've watched some attempts of hers. I think next week me and Sylvie are going to get back on here and commentate some of her Elite Four attempts again, because I know she and I both had a lot of thoughts. And now that's going to both help her in future attempts and help me, because I'm getting back into a standard Nuzlocke again. If you are just joining us, Pokemon Unknown does stuff a lot. You know, it's a ROM hack of Fire Red and Leaf Green, as you can tell. It does some things that you might be familiar with from other ROM hacks, like grass in towns, expanded Pokedex, expanded move pools. What it does that's unique, though, is it also makes trainers randomized, and that includes gym trainers, based on type. So if a trainer on a route normally has a Pidgey and a Nidoran, that trainer will still have a poison type for the Nidoran, and either a normal type or a flying type. And that's any of those from the game's base. And that also accounts for gym leaders. Gym leaders have teams that will have a few Pokemon of the normal type, and then a few that are not, that will like counter types that you would normally bring in. We are going to turn on level caps. We are going to turn on item lists. Let's do it. We're going to turn on automatic nicknaming because it's fun. We are going to turn off IVs and EVs. We are going to take enemy view. I think the way we're going to do that is we're going to use it for... The bosses will get hard enough. The Elite Four and gyms do get hard enough that is super useful in the same way it is in, like... Run and Bun, or whatever, or Kaizo. I think we have a Pokédoll in here. We do. But yeah, and then halfway through the game, things will start to have like competitive movesets and items, which is its own whole can of worms. This is a very cool ROM hack, the dev of which we've had visit us in chat. Both myself and Camilla, and it's been very cool to see them. And I think we've both just gotten hooked on like, all right, this is a good ROM hack that not everyone's playing. We gotta hit our heads against it until we win. And so we're both trying to do this. I plan to actually stick to this run and do it. Because now we've got a more regular schedule going. I am intending to be doing this Tuesday and Thursday afternoons. Maybe sometime on a weekend, but Tuesday, Thursday afternoons I think are the consistent time that you will see me living and breathing on here. We got a Bulbasaur, that's pretty funny. Oh, I got a Mudkip. Mudkip's really good for... And Cyndaquil, we got a Gen 1, a Gen 3, a Gen 2. Okay. I'm always compelled by Mudkip because if we get it all the way to Swampert, that's a guy with only one super effective weakness. And it's a super effective weakness that has dangerous users, but not a million of them. Hey, what's up with this Pikachu? Oh, it's, This is not the fighting type one. Are you fire? I think you're fire. Let's, it's either Mudkip or Cyndaquil. I think let's go with Mudkip. I'm kind of enthralled with the idea of maybe having an easier early game by having this motherfucker. Custom nickname, no, the game will take care of that for me. Now, Camilla having something that's 4 times strong against us is scary. Hi, Numbles. Calm nature. Oh no, come back. I don't like that nature very much. We can do something about that eventually, maybe. Mints are in this somewhere, aren't they? My default Gen 3 starter? Yeah, I don't really have a default Gen 3 starter, to be perfectly honest with you. Like, I was a Blaziken kid in Emerald, and Blaziken's definitely, like, my #1 go-to, but... Like, I used Swampert in Alpha Sapphire. I used Swampert back in regular Sapphire as a kid. I like Trico, even though I don't use it that much. Like, I like all 3 of those guys. Here, since we've done early game before, I think we're gonna quickly do something here. We're going at double speed. Let me know if this is unconscionable audio-wise. If this is just abysmal, but hopefully it won't be. Two can play at that game, Camilla. 2 can play at that game. It's just growl maxing me. This is crazy. We're just ineffectively slapping each other at this point. But yeah, I like this ROM hack. I want to get back to some other ones too. We started a run of Emerald Sea Glass like a year ago that I don't think we would continue on. I think we just start a new one. But I was enjoying that. And I think that game's like not super hard, but just very cool to look at, and like just makes a lot of good little choices on a lot of fronts to make it a enjoyable ride through a visual overhaul of Hoenn that isn't like crazy annoying to get through. I'd like to do that, and that ROM hacker, whose name escapes me, made something new that I think a version of is out now. I would love Swablu. No encounters yet, but I would love Swablu. We got a quest pack. Oh, right, yeah. You get a whole bunch of items from that guy. Hoot would be underwhelming, but fine. So yeah, just in watching Camilla run against the Elite Four a bunch, here's what's funny. I have watched her do a bunch of Elite Four runs. I have not watched her. There's a good chunk of the later game before that I haven't really seen her do. Like, when me and Sylvie were commentating some of her Elite Four runs a couple weeks ago, I watched some of her run leading up to that, just the gym fights. But like, I feel like there's a lot I don't know about the game from Erica on in terms of what's different. Like, I can't really predict super well what will be hard, and I'm not gonna, you know, I'm trying not to study other people's work too much on that front. So a lot of that's gonna be stuff we just find out. Okay, goodbye. First grass is right here in town. We'll do that in a second. Hello, give me that map. Thank you so much. Alright, let's get to it. We have 20 Pokeballs. We have an EXP share on. There's going to be a level cap leading up to the first gym, and that's just, yeah, man, we're in it now. Ooh, I didn't know you could get that here. That's very exciting. Yes, I'd like a Darumaka. No water gun allowed. Okay, buddy. Let's do it. Oh, wait, nope. I always fuck that up. We need to let that auto name. Fire type right off the bat. Hello, demon. Thanks, Pookie. I love you too. Oh, and I also completely forgot that I have the creature on. Hold on. Let's get Mudkip in there. And let's get Darumaka in there. There they are. Look at him up top. Wonderful, wonderful. Our first pair of friends. Darumaka, Demon. Demon, tell me about yourself. Traits accuracy for power. I don't love hustle, and I don't love that of fucking nature either. That's for damn sure. Okay. There's one. I feel like up here, it's mainly an expanded list of, like, flying types. Like Talo. Not someone I've seen here before, I don't think. Ugh. Talon Tap? What the fuck do you mean it has fly? Oh, it doesn't. Oh, okay. It's just that it's a flying type, and so they made it so that everyone got it. That really threw me for a second there. We didn't look at your moves. Tackle and roll out. We did look at your moves. That really threw me. Okay. 3 Pokemon, one of which will be good for Brock's rock types, and hopefully the other 2 will be good for whatever he has in the team other than that. Like if he has a fire type to deal with a grass type, we've got we got a water type for that. If he has a grass type to deal with a water type, we have a flying type to deal with that. But we will keep on trucking because we get more. There you are. Oh. I like your style. Take this and fish, young friend. We will, but we have a water type and there will be many opportunities to fish. They have given all the towns grass. And man, they're all getting so chilled out. That's a joke about weed. Shelmet, huh? Hello, Soulgun. Yes, I also like when the towns get grass. Talo on sidebar. We'll do Talo and this little freak in a minute. Yeah, you're just bug. You're not bug steel yet. Shelmet. Did they also add... Oh, an HOA. I think there should be like a Pokemon HOA that you have to fight in some game. There's like a gym that is like being terrorized by the housing association next door. Because they're like, we don't want you to have a gym right here. The battles are ruining the character of the neighborhood. And like before you can go fight the gym, you have to go fight the gym's battles for them. So Shelmet's interesting. I wonder how that works in this. I don't know a lot about how trades work in this. Hi, Jellybean. Another bad fucking nature, but shell armor ain't nothing. I'm not thrilled about this Pokemon. Aw, Teddy Ursa. We could have had an Ursaluna eventually. The Pogs we could have pogged, I say. One more over here, one north, one in Viridian Forest, and then we will have had quite a few. Timber's a great get. Oh, let me, before I'm horribly harassed again by my brutal, mean chat. Let me get Talo in there. Let me get Shelm in there. Timber's good, I think, right? I don't know a lot, like, I know these guys, obviously are in Black and White, I know they were around a lot in Sword and Shield. And I feel like Conkeldurr was a pretty formidable thing, and so I never used it in anything. Because as is well documented, I have prejudice against Pokemon that are just guys carrying stuff or guys wearing clothes. These are lesser offenders, though, as far as that goes. Rival Fight up there has been removed. If you're just joining us, so there is no Rival Fight up there. That is the Cave of Origin, which one day I'll find out what's inside of. Origins, I guess. Conkeldurr did introduce concrete to humans. Yeah, that's... I like that. I think that, like, that goes crazy. Neutral nature, fine. Sheer force, trades added effects for power. That's not terrible. This is so far a starting squad that I don't feel enamored about, but I'm not kicking out of bed necessarily. We will see how they go. It's like 1807, maybe. When did we invent concrete? I have no idea. I think, Tim, more recent than 1807. I think you're lowballing it a little, my friend. Whenever we invented horses. Yeah, you're right, never mind. Inkay! We're lining up a good starting crew. If the further back, actually. Okay, 1849. Yeah, no, I was like, I'm sure it's longer ago than I think it is, but 1807 feels crazy. 65,000 BCE. Let's entertain that thought for a second. The Roman Empire used concrete. Okay, okay. Precursor to modern day concrete. Yeah, interesting. I guess, of course, the Roman Empire used concrete. That makes sense. Well, look at my chat, so knowledgeable about concrete. This is great. Everyone knows a lot. Egg time for our final early encounter here. Grass Psychic, baby. Or Grass Dragon, depending on what we want. I'm gonna cry. Didn't Dairy Queen invent concrete? There we go. These eggs are shouting. Man, what the fuck's going on? They're just like immediately breaking through ball after ball. Oh my god. Yippee. Enjoy free money and concrete. Thank you. I love it. I love it. I am awash in its solid terrestrial glory. I feel like I am a coliseum or perhaps a bank. Alright. There's our early game captures. I'm gonna run back and heal, take a look at the one that went to the box, take a look at the last couple that were in the party. Decide who's staying. Tropic. Or a renovated movie theater. Yeah. Still not over that episode of Grand Designs, huh? I showed Paddington an episode of Grand Designs, which is a really good British home renovation show. It's a guy who just like interviews people who have really lofty plans for renovations, and we at Rand, and like mostly it's just like, here's people who maybe have some design experience or maybe not that much, and like either they have a weird idea or they've been talked into a weird idea. And what does suction cups do? I forget what that does. And that's most episodes. We happen to put on an episode that is about a couple that buys an old historic movie theater in their town and are convinced to like they're turning it into their new house. And already immediately it's like the wife is vocal about how she wanted to like have a nice garden house out in the country, and instead they're in the middle of downtown renovating a movie theater. That's thing one. Thing two, they have been convinced to ruin this house with concrete. They have been convinced to like destroy, like keep the front. This is like, you know, like old historic theater kind of front wall and facade that stays. Put new windows in it. Destroy most of the rest of the building, which is falling apart, but demolish it all and replace it all with concrete. Concrete interior walls, concrete everything. Concrete that's made to look like wood. Like, what is going on? I think that's the switch. I think we put Tropic in and we let the bugs sit there. Hey, Alexandrites. Yeah, I'm not too opposed to this starting team. We haven't looked at Tropic yet. But yeah, it's it's the only material in their budget, and yeah, and that's part of how they justified it. Jolly Nature, good. I guess I'll take the speed. It's taking down the attack stat that we want. We're kind of getting really killed on bad natures here. But overall, I think that's a good call. So for Brock, you know, whichever Geodude has, the Onyx, another rock type, Numbles can handle, Tropic maybe is backup. Normally his threats are fighting, water, and grass. If he brings grass for water, we have a bird. If he and a fire type. If he brings water, we've got Tropic. If he and even Numbles can just resist. We've got a flying and a psychic for fighting. Or sorry, I always have to do one extra step of math. He would be bringing a flying or a psychic. Flying we don't have a good answer to, and a couple vulnerabilities too, but I think we can tough it out. Psychic Loombox here might get something advantageous in time. Jellybean, I wonder how you evolve, but I don't wonder enough to deal with that right now. But yeah, it was just, I wonder if I can real quick find a clip or something. If this takes too long, we won't, but if I can just quickly find something. Chansey will tell you how it evolves, that's right. But yeah, I felt so bad because this show is like, normally... Turn your PC upside down. Uh-oh. There we go. So, you know, here's here's the front, right? This historical theater. You can see this is the after photo, so you can see they put new doors on it. There's new windows in it. There's this, like, flat roof area that you can go up on. You can tell that stuff was done to it. I kind of hate this, like, curved in area for the driveway. Like, a car goes in here, but there's also garage behind the property. So this is what it looks like from the front. And you know, if you're walking by on the street, you'll go like, oh, that's a lovely old building that adds character to the town. And then from the back, it looks like this. It's this very, like, brutalist cubic thing. They also, that is a lifting, like, garage door right there. That goes up and down. They were showing it near the end of the episode because they always do, like, you know, the guy follows them through construction, visits multiple times over the course of construction, and then he'll come back a few months later or whatever and find out the result. And, like, that door opens so slowly. There's what it looked like in the middle of the process. So here's the inside that they cleared out. They did concrete over this beautiful old flooring. They did concrete walls all through here. And then I don't think we have a good shot of the yard. I mean, even the inside, it's like, this is just like, this doesn't look terrible for like an Airbnb or a coffee shop. Okay, here we go. Here's the other thing I was looking for. Well, this is a very small photo. Can I zoom in a way that matters? Not really. But this is the backyard behind it, and he's walking with them at the end of the episode, and she's talking about like, oh yes, I'm so happy I finally have me nice garden. This is just a field. This is, you can play, you see the kids like playing fucking soccer on this. That's not a garden. That's where I was getting really angry. Like, the rest of it, I was like, man, I hate that they're doing this to this theater. But that was where I was like, motherfucker, you don't have a single pollinator. You don't have anything that's going to densify the biodiversity of the ecosystem. I don't see a single edible plant. What are you doing here? That was where I was also upset by all of it, but that was where I got my most mad. But yeah, that was the episode we happened to put on, and it was so fucked because, like, again, truly, and Pad's been hearing me say this, and I know I'm probably fighting a losing battle at this point. Why am I so far to one side? There we go. But, like, most episodes of the show, you know, maybe you get some people who are conceited or have unrealistic ideas of some of how it's all gonna come together, but it's almost never like that. Like, that was really, like, that was the equivalent of on an episode of Kitchen Nightmares if, like, you know, maybe not the Amy's Baking Company episode where he's like, I can't help you and just leaves, but at the very least, similar to, like, oh, hold on. At the very least, similar to any episode where, like, they get some good work done, but the owners refuse to use his new menu, or, like, just refuse to work with him to the bitter end, or clearly think, like, this guy, the husband in the family was also like trying to be like to the host of the show, I'll teach you a thing or two. Oh, you thought this wouldn't work? Oh, come on. Like the host of the show was asking him questions about weird design choices that the guy clearly was like making because he wanted parts of the house to feel like a man cave or whatever. And he just keeps being like, oh, come on, you're a man. You understand it. You're a man after all. You get it. And the guy was like, me being a man has nothing to do with it. You're making stupid choices for your house. Please stop. This program is shaming me for not knowing how to spell execute. There we go. The gang's all here. It's really bad for your teeth. Don't eat grass. And I can't even make the whole list of like what things he was saying that about. Yeah, a man making stupid choices and talking his wife into living in something that is completely not the house or lifestyle that she vocally wanted. Say it ain't so. Grand designs overall, though, would recommend. We could have gotten a snowman. Grand Design's good, because again, a lot of it is like people who either have a little extra capital and like it's never like millionaires, but sometimes billionaires. Let's be accurate, millionaires or billionaires, depending on how far back you're watching, because they have been doing that show since like the early 2000s or the 90s. But a lot of the time it will be like, here's a guy who has made really good money in some business or another, and like maybe has a crazy idea for a house that he's funding because of that money. There's one episode I really like where there's a guy who really wants to build a house out of a pair of shipping containers. Like, you know, the like you'd see in like a shipping yard, like a you know, import yard or whatever, like the big Maersk or whatever. Shipping containers, and they're at perpendicular. So you've got one, and then on top of the one, rotate, there's your second one. And so he's following that guy through all the stages of like figuring out how to do that in a way that will balance it safely, that like in decades, if part of the metal is rusting or anything, it won't like start to like fall apart on the sides for that upper one. Just all these kind of interesting, genuinely interesting considerations. And they make it work. Like there are ones where like, if you can get past the, man, people have too much money of it all a little bit, like there are interesting questions being asked in terms of how do we build something like this. And then you have ones where it's just like, here's a couple that want to have a house by the ocean. Those rock blasts did a lot of damage. But we're gonna live. Yep, we got that berry action. There we go. Yeah, 2 times, baby. Easy peasy. They want to build this like lofty house on a cliff by the ocean and have a window in the shower that looks out on the water. And this couple is like arguing over whether people on the beach are going to be able to see them naked while they shower. And so there's a little bit of that, just like theater of people who have lofty ideas that they're convinced are going to work out, which I enjoy. Another Bug Rock. We're in Bug Rock City, where the bugs are where the bugs are crawly and the miss rates are shitty. Yeah, I like Grand Designs. I'm kind of entering more of an anime moment right now. I think I just rewatched Baccano. Great fucking what an all-timer of an anime. I hadn't gone back to that since I was like, I think since, Ruby in the chat may remember this, I think it was the summer before college when I spent a bunch of time, like, rebuilding all my Bionicles and, like, watching a bunch of anime while I did it. That was when I watched, FMA 03 for the first time. That was when I watched, I think, Beck Mongolian Chop Squad. I watched a bunch of stuff that Yesu Otaku on, that guy with the glasses had recommended. And yeah, Baccano is one of them. What an all-timer dub. Like, if you haven't watched Baccano, it's set in like the like end of the 20s, start of the 30s, and it's about immortal gangsters. It hops between 3 slightly different time periods. Damn. Buddy! Oh right, you have bad accuracy. You literally have the anti-accuracy ability, that's right. Just outspeed and kill it. And so you've got all these voice actors in, you know, doing anime voices, but doing like New York mobster accents and like doing accent work with like what like a little bit with like what nationalities people are from. Like they're making all the choices. They're doing a lot of work with the voice acting and just the translation to have it be like, here's a show made by Japanese people about Americans at a certain point in American history that's now being translated back into English. And like dialectically and everything else, it works. Like they get the fucking job done. There's also a million fucking characters in it. Like I said, it kind of hops between 3. You've got like this 3-way gang war aboard a transcontinental train called the Flying Pussyfoot. that's sort of like your main plot, but then there's two other plot lines going on around it. One of which tells you like the background of how these gangsters some of them became immortal, and the other of which is just kind of another thing going on. But man, I was really happy to discover how well that show holds up. You've got my all-timer guy, Jacuzzi Splot, who's talking about the rail tracer and how he has a gun in his heart. We stand Jacuzzi. In this house, we stand Jacuzzi Splot. Yeah, when I say 3 gangs, I'm being a little bit generous. It's it's 2 real gangs and then a group of bootleggers who got kind of who are like a small gang and who are wanted by one of them and who are run by a young man crybaby with a sword tattoo on his face. I too could bring to get people together with my tears. But yeah, I really, really liked rewatching. Yeah, and also very, Isaac and Miria, who are kind of their own entity. There's such a good gag with them at the very end of the final episode that I had no memory of, about their relationship to the whole immortality thing. There's a lot of good gags with Isaac and Miria, but there's just a couple at the very end that's fucking Abbott and Costelloing their way through the whole thing. Rosencrantz and Guildensterning their way through the whole thing, please. But yeah, and I feel like I would like to watch some other, 12, 13 episode anime. I don't know if I need to rewatch anything. I also need to fucking Jujutsu Kaisen start up again. And I know manga readers have a lot of opinions about the stuff that we're about to get into. I know nothing about where JJK is going, other than that we are, like, I think we're getting into the arcs that people are kind of split on now, in terms of quality. I've heard people who read the manga... I've heard manga readers say how, like... the author of that manga has kind of a difficult time he succumbs to power creep with his own characters a lot. Like, he introduces characters who are too fucking powerful and would, like, just obliterate what's going on in the story, and so he has to fridge them a little bit. And he doesn't know what to do with them sometimes. I've heard a few criticisms of JJK, starting kind of with where we're headed. Hello, my friend. Have you read any of the ovals? No, I haven't read the novels. I will tell you for free. Part of why I started rewatching it is that Moonshot's own Marn was talking about it recently. And, like, Riley recently watched it, I think, for the first time. Emma either rewatched it or watched it. A couple other members of the Infinity Crew. What happened is the Interstitial Infinity Crew, we got together and hung out back over the summer. And at one point at the Airbnb we were hanging out at, Martin just put on the first couple episodes of Bakano. And for whatever reason, in the last few weeks, that bug finally bit multiple members of the crew. And so I've heard about those novels from Marn. Marn's been talking about them. I haven't read any of them. There's also, like, bonus episodes of the show. There's, like, 3, like, post-ending episodes that I don't know what they are, if they're OVAs or what they are. But, I will go back and watch those at some point, I think. That, Darumaka don't have great attacking. Okay, that was special. I think that's why. Let's get rid of Incinerate. Yeah, I mean, like, I've had the DVD since I was a like, 17 or 18-year-old. Like I was saying, Yesu Otaku on Channel Awesome That guy with the glasses website. The only other person there who I really watched, really good anime critic, went on to work for Anime News Network. I don't know where now he works now. I believe Jacob Chapman is his name now. But he had a lot to say about anime that really, like, he's the reason I got into Trigun. Man, we could have got Chespin. Which I've rewatched Trigun recently enough that I don't really feel like I need to do that right now. But I do love Trigun. That's one I need to read the manga of. I've heard the manga, 1 is a little bit darker in some regards, and 2 goes a lot further past where the show leaves off. Maybe I should watch Stampede. I saw the first few episodes of Trigun Stampede and liked it. I liked the things that were different other than Millie not being around, which what the fuck. But I hear she's back now. Or coming back. Yeah, if you haven't watched Trigun, fucking killer show. Interesting ending that some people don't like. Fucking killer show. And, yeah, I don't know what else is next. I was enjoying the new... Have you ever heard of Evangelion? That's what Simba does when he wants to convert everyone in the savannah to Rafiki's paint stuff on your head and look up at the stars religion. Is what Rafiki's doing in The Lion King a religion? Is he like a religious counselor? Like, what is Rafiki's job, you know? Like, he's not like I mean, one, Rafiki isn't a villain, but like, he's not the same as Jafar. Jafar was like an advisor to the king. I feel like Rafiki is like... Is Rafiki the Pope? Is Rafiki the Pope of Lion King? He's the mythical advisor. I guess that's as good as we're gonna get, huh? Makes the king sit in the cuck chair. I'm gonna regret this, but say more on that. Are you implying that Rafiki fucked Mufasa's wife? I don't know if I'm ready to contemplate Rafiki fucking Mufasa's wife, if I'm being really honest about where I'm at in my Thursday. Whack you on the head and keep you humble. Yeah, I'm saying Pope in a broad sense. I'm saying the Pope in like a anyone's Pope kind of sense, I guess. You know, what's a funny brain exercise? Not exercise so much as just thing. I routinely think of, when I think of Sinnoh and the Pokemon in the Sinnoh region, I routinely think, man, it's weird how Sinnoh doesn't have its own like basic bug type. And the thing is, it has 2 lines of them. It has Kricketot and Kricketune, and then it has Burmy and Burmy's freak family. But I just don't think of any of them. Like, I just think of like, yeah, they still got Wurmple and Silcoon and Cascoon there. I do not think about the motherfuckers, what they got. Because no one has ever thought positively on Burmy. Or Wormadam. Mothim, like, I like the design of Mothim, okay? Hey, here's something we'll figure out in real time. Does poison still kill, or does it, like, get down to 1 and leave him there? We're not about to find out. Yeah, okay, it does kill. Got it. Thank you. Yeah, I think Shaman is actually the best answer. Hey, speaking of Gen 4's non-existent bug types. Oh, Demon, your low accuracy is really making life hard for us. But you did kill it. So really, who's to say what's good or bad? Yeah, you don't need pound. Pick a tater tot. Alright, we'll maybe come back to get everyone to level cap, but we need to get this bird to the hospital. There it is. Just for the record, for the record. 5, okay. Man, the Mufasa movie goes places I really didn't expect. Okay. Pog? Larvitar's a really good get. Larvitar would have been a really good get. I did not think of Fire Fang. It's a fucking ground and rock type, man. Did not think. I thought it would live one. Sad. Incredibly, if I can be honest, tragic. Mufasa's grandfather was definitely in it. Yeah, alright. Fucking... Hey, so what's it like over in Jay's Twitch chat? Well, I went into Jay's Twitch chat today and, one of their mods was writing Lion King fanfiction about the politics of marriage consummation and cuckolding. In the chat, no less. Just right there. As if there was literally nowhere else they could be doing it. Otherwise, pretty good. Yeah, you know, pretty good community, pretty good group of people in that chat. Pretty nice. At least we weren't talking about Zaboomafoo. Chris and Krat the Crap Brothers, man. Chris and Krat the Craft Brothers? You know what I'm talking about. It was the Krat Brothers, right? I feel like it was the Krat Brothers. I loved Zaboomafoo. Well, Sarah, if you can still add to the critical literature, it's just that yours would be considered fan fiction. yours would be considered not central canon. Hey, hi Riley. Welcome to Daytime J-Time. Yours would not be considered official canon. Ruby and Tim are the only ones who get to write stream canon fanfiction about the marriage politics of the setting of The Lion King. You guys are really making me regret my decision to do this during a time when I could have more people hopefully come into the chat. This was a terrible decision. Just kidding, this is exactly what I wanted. Chris and Martin Krat. I don't know why Chris and Krat the Krat Brothers, implying that one of their names was Krat, like Mario. Chris and Martin the Krat Brothers. I gotta switch someone who has enough accuracy to friggin' sail down the river and not run up on shore. Yeah, right? Chris and Pat the Crab. But like, I really feel like I remember that being how they were introduced. Oh, public broadcasting service kids. I sure was only allowed to watch you for a lot of my childhood. Shout out to my boys, Dragon Tales. Shout out to my dudes over at Arthur. Shout out to those motherfuckers over at Zoom. Does anyone remember the TV show Zoom on PBS Kids? That was, it was like a live action show. What did they like do on Zoom? It was like they yeah, Seraphin Niels knows Zoom. I would look on the PBS Kids website page for Zoom and get like kid-friendly recipes and kid-friendly like crafts and kid-friendly like here's how to do a fun thing on a day off. And I feel like there would be like hip-hop dancing on it and stuff. I don't know what it was like about. It was just like a bunch of kids doing stuff, and the title was in a big 90s font. They just talked about stuff. Yeah, hold on. It's time once again to go to the computer. So, yeah, this was Zoom. Oh, did it come back? That looks like newer Zoom. But yeah, this was Zoom. Like this image is like everything I remember about Zoom. Everything I remember about Zoom. Okay, 1999 TV series. So, and that checks out because I remember it being on when I was a little kid and then going away. Like I feel like, you know, I'm 4 in 99. So I feel like I was catching some of the last episodes of it probably. Zoom is an American live-action children's program in which child cast members present a variety of types of... Yeah, it was like a kids' variety show. Games, recipes, science experiments, and short plays based on ideas sent in by children. There was like a key thing. I was like, this has to be tied together around something, and it's that kids are sending in the ideas. Remake of a 1972 program of the same name. Created by Christopher Sarson. The series ran on PBS Kids from January 4th, 1995 to May 6, 2005. Yeah, okay. Produced in Boston by WGBH. And there's older Zoom. Inspired by Sesame Street, which was also on PBS Kids. Yeah, give kids a voice without adults on screen. It was very much meant to be like... you know, obviously it was being made by adults and coordinated by adults, but like... The kind of pitch for kids was it would make you feel like you were watching something that was like by kids for kids a little more. It's for cool kids. Kmart, all that. Yeah, I never watched all that, but I certainly believe you. And it being on PBS Kids certainly does not beat the Kmart allegations. I feel like that's pretty apt. But yeah, I was watching hella Zoom for a little while. Between the Lions, I know on this channel we have spoken of these programs several times, but I also forgot to grab that fucking candy. We gotta go back. I was like, man, I'm just grinding and I feel like I never had to do that, but why? And then I remembered there's a level up candy we forgot to grab back in fucking Viridian City. Sometimes running around like this is better for, whatever. Get rid of Uproar, keep Barrage. Neither of those are good. Shake your damn head all you want. I don't give a care. Yeah, Between the Lions, which was like about why libraries are cool, and I already knew that the library was cool, so that was good. Oh, undocumented fast candy option in the menus. Thank you. I mean, we're here now, but that's good to know. Some Fantasy Critic shit come out. And did you know there was a High on Life 2? Did it already come out? My roommate, when the first one came out, played like a little bit of it because it was just on Game Pass. And there was, today, no kidding. There was one funny joke in the first one, and that joke is that you go into the character creator and create your character in High on Life while you're like in your sister's room or something, or she's in your room, telling you just a really long, like, inane story about nothing, and like she just keeps telling you the story as your character zones out and starts staring into the mirror, and you zoning out and staring into the mirror is like what initiates the character customization screen, and she's just still telling the story in the background. She's like, they recorded like 20 minutes of unbroken real life dialogue with that lady to just have her be, and it's all like, and then Brittany told me that the shoes weren't Caitlin's, they were Courtney's, and so then I had to call Brad and tell him that the shoes were Courtney's, and Brad was like, well, I still think you're hotter in the shoes than Courtney. And she's just like going and going. I think she's like just gotten very high too, so she's like going gradually slower as she tells the story. Yeah, good bit. I'll give him that. And yes, it is weird that that's Rick and Morty in Community. Listen, there's funny episodes of Rick and Morty. Riley, you and I were in the room where Andrew showed us the Vat of Acid episode. I still think the marriage counseling planet is a really funny episode. Yeah, it is kind of Psychonauts coded. That's very true. I can see there being overlap. Yeah, it was a funny episode of TV. I don't know what to tell you. I can see there being overlap between, like, Psychonauts fans who grew up and, like, played a lot of shooters after playing Psychonauts, and for some reason High on Life is what they're into now. I can see that from people who played Psychonauts and were the type of people who would, like, look at any kind of creative media and be like, wow, they must have been doing so much drugs when they made this. Which whenever I hear that, my thing I think of is there's a KC Green comic where, I think Finn and Jake from Adventure Time are like hitting a bong and they're watching a show and Finn's like, wow, the creators must have been so high when they watched this. And Jake the dog just goes, yeah, Finn, because that's just what I want to do when I'm high. A lot of work. And I just think about that anytime that kind of thing comes up. There's one where a guy asks you to watch his bike and you look away for a second and it gets stolen and confronts you. I'm sure it has some good bits. I wasn't particularly I'm sure it's, you know, I'm sure it's got fun. Like, listen, is Borderlands a little cringe? Yes. Do Riley and I play a lot of 3? Yes. Do I still, like, love 2 a lot, even though some of the stuff in it is cringe? Yeah, like, humor's humor. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it don't. I ain't worried about it. That's my thing. Like, was High on Life for me? No. Dan Harmon in general is like, I think he has some really funny stuff, and then he has the other 75% of his stuff. But humor, you know, whatever. You don't need Peck. Why do I have Peck on you? I was, like, spacing out talking about fucking High on Life. Yeah, you know what else? It's fun. Like, I don't play a lot of, like, I don't know if High on Life is AAA, but, like, the new AA, which in my head is, like, High on Life is one of those. Outer Worlds is one of those. Outer Worlds 2 just came out. I hope people like it. I know one friend who's really into those games, who I think is having a fun time with it. But I don't know a lot of people who are into it. Topsy-turvy. Stat changes affecting the target become the opposite of them? Does that mean that their total stats are, like, inverted somehow? Or does that mean that if, like... Does that mean that stats that were raised are then lowered? Or does that mean that if a Pokemon raised its physical attack, it now raises its special attack? You feel me? Yeah, that's very cool to hear about Outer Worlds. Those are always on my radar. Is like, yeah, maybe one day, you know, I'd think about it. It means if you use Calm Mind, his stats go down. Okay, I like that. I think I like that more than I like Swagger. If your sand attack accuracy goes up, that's pretty fun. Yeah, Outer Worlds is one of those things where, like, it is for fans of a series of, like, you know, it's for Fallout fans of a certain stripe is kind of my understanding, just in terms of, like, who was working on it. And, like, that's, you know I need to play New Vegas one of these days. Hi, Jice! Thank you for subbing. I know I need to play New Vegas and would like it. I bet everyone on Earth has been telling me that for 10,000 years. And they're right. But, like, it's just, overall, it's not my thing enough. Like, it's one of those things where it is a love letter to a series of games that I don't have that love for. And so that doesn't turn me against it. It just means I haven't felt the call. Let's go buy some fucking items. Kindness voice. A lot of people were mad because there's nothing worse to a leftist than motioning in your direction without commit. Are you talking in terms of like motioning at the direction of the people who, like, wanted more out of the game? Because I can see that. We're entitled to this game being a certain degree of reminding us of games we have played in the past. Outer Worlds story stuff. Okay, interesting. Yeah, okay, and I guess I do remember hearing about that, because I remember hearing people say how, like, there are some things in the game that feel like really big, like, creative approaches to commentary on how, you know, capitalism, how things are sold to people in trying circumstances. I know about the nutritional toothpaste thing or whatever it is, and, yeah, it doesn't really lock on it or provide it. Yeah, and that's exactly what I heard, is, like, it's surface level, and that is, you know, I can see the criticism. I think it's a valid thing to criticize the game for, but I also understand that you can enjoy the game without worrying about it. New Vegas made me trans, and my friend trans. Yeah, girl, you, me, and everyone else we know. Everyone, literally an entire generation of women was created by, like, New Vegas, Twin Peaks. It's either, like, New Vegas or Twin Peaks or, like, I feel like FF14. Like, that's pretty much it. Yeah, Outer Worlds, well-known prequel to Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds, my favorite game that every friend I have, except for the friends who have played it, every friend I have has enthusiastically told me every 1 to 2 years, yeah, I'm finally going to get around to it. But do they? Ruby, this isn't about you. You did. Everyone has games like that. Like, I literally have been, I was just saying how I've been that way about New Vegas forever. What happens in New Vegas makes you trans. How's that goes to the... You're so right. Listen. Truly what it is I just need to replay the whole game. Maybe I'll just fucking stream it for fun. Because, like... I mean, the problem with Outer Wilds is that, people touch the spaceship controls and get scared and never come back. And it does get better, but, like, I get it. Alright. Brock. How's that glass house, ma'am? Well, I'm not allowed to have stones in here. They won't give me anything harder than a pillow. Yeah, Yeah, streaming at Woodone. If you're just joining late, Tuesday, Thursdays around this time, I'm gonna be streaming consistently. Any of the games from our challenge, possibly. For like right now, I want to do like Nuzlocking and other weird shit, and just whatever else is interesting. I'm definitely down to potentially do. Yeah, Ruby and I have a 3 games each exchange. For simply exist in a 3D space, yeah. Ruby and I are exchanging games this year. We each have 3 games, the others... Yeah, I don't know if I told you, I just played some of Super Mario RPG, which is going to mean even more opinions on Superstar Saga, because I've played some of a Progenitor very recently. That was for an upcoming episode of 0 Hours Played on the Moonshot Patreon. We can keep talking about this, but let's talk about Brock real quick. Yeah, actually, Superstar Saga would be fun to stream, probably. We'll see once we get through a couple things. I owe Tim a playthrough of Look Outside, which is an indie RPG that he sent me. I want to do some more. I want to like commit to a Nuzlocke run of this, but over the course of the year, definitely, I think at least 1 or 2 of those games. So let's talk about how gym leaders work. For those who are new here, in this game, every trainer you fight, they have randomized Pokemon teams based on the types of the Pokemon they would normally have. So we didn't fight the guy down there. He would have had 2 ground types because he normally has like a Diglett and a Sandshrew. Brock, all gym leaders have 6 Pokemon. Brock is going to have some kind of Geodude. He's going to have an Onix. I believe he's going to have 1 other rock type. And then he's going to have 3 Pokemon that are meant to counter things that you would bring in to use against the rock types. So, you know, that's grass and water a lot of the time. He might have fire and grass to deal with that. That's fighting a lot of the time. He might have psychic. He might have flying. Yeah, Unbeatable is also on my list. I got you. I have that literally downloaded. I might just play that on my own in the next week or 2. It's like that and Expedition 33 are things I'm playing in the little break I'm taking for a couple weeks in between now and what I'm doing in this new year. Hello, Brock. Hello. OMG, hi. Let's turn down the speed to 1.0 for the proper gravitas. But no, yeah, Unbeatable is also at least just on my personal list. Along with playing more Expedition. What an interesting starting Pokemon. It's almost never... I guess it's because it's ground, right? Nincada's bug and ground. We turned on enemy team view. Okay, yeah, he does still have the Geodude. I didn't account for him having a bunch of bugs. Nincada, Alolan Geodude, Ammonite, Tyrant, Onix, Yanma. Alright. Bugs eat grass is why. So true. No, that Geodude is Rock Electric. Everything Brock has is Rock and Ground. That's... Rock and Ground is one of those type combos that there's a lot of in Gen 1. Okay, this is a switch to Yanma. Interesting. Why Yanma? What do you have on this Yanma? You are about to use, I think, like Mega Drain or something, maybe? I feel like it's gotta be the Yanma has a grass move. Or it's just avoiding one of 2 possibilities. One, the Yanma has a grass move and is about to hit Numbles really hard. The other is it just thinks I'm going to use a ground move and wants to avoid that. We switch in. That's right. Okay. Okay. Changes in the most recent version. 4-to-2 ratio for on-off theme nowadays. Try not to mess with the balance, but that made the game... Yeah, I remember Camilla talking about that on stream, but I wasn't sure if you'd done it yet or not. Okay, got you. Also, hold on. Let's evolve you on the sheet there, on the overlay. But yeah, like the Geodude line, the Onix line... Sorry, no, let's do this first. So worst case scenario, use the grass move. There's no world in which switching demon in here isn't fine. Like Onyx, the Geodude line, and the Rhyhorn line are all rock ground. There's like nothing that's just rock type in Gen 1, is there? I don't think there is. Just like there's a lot of grass poison and there's a lot of like water ice. They were going to Boston. There's a lot of water ice. Okay. We're baiting in a rock type. Yep, that's fine. We do a little damage and we switch. Rock move or a ground move. Either one's fine. Are you Rock Dragon yet? Yes, you are. So that's a tricky one. But not that tricky. It just means we switch Fad in because you have a fighting move. I think we just assume you can take a hit from whatever it's doing and we hit it with a low kick. Stealth Rock's a pain in my ass. Yeah, my last relock run did have a really annoying Tyrant on Brock's team. You're absolutely right about that. I remember that. Are you Rock Dragon yet? No, that was Toonami. I don't think we do the focus energy. I think we just go with the move. Okay. We live another stomp. We get the kill. Good. Ammonite is here. This is not a clean pivot at half health. I am gonna do a hit. I think we just go for a hit and hope Fad lives one from whatever Ammonite's about to do. If Fad croaks, I think that's an okay sacrifice for a clean pivot. And if it does live, then we can go from there. We outspeed. Ooh, that doesn't do a lot. That's right, Ammonite has good defense. Fad lives that. It's gonna water gun again. Numbles, I can never remember. Do you get ground type now or later? You get it now, so that water gun will be regularly effective. We can switch in on Tropic, but Tropic doesn't have... I mean, it doesn't have much offensive, but I think we can still do that and just, like, Hypnosis it and make that work for us. So we switch Tropic in on a second water gun. Stealth Rock is going to be annoying. We put it to sleep. You fucker. Yeah, Leech Seed first because that'll have better accuracy. That's what I should have done immediately. Leech Seed out. Oh boy, that's scary. Yeah, I mean, Leech Seed's great, but now I'm worried. We outspeed it. I think we just bank it on Hypnosis working. Motherfucker. Sees the kill. Tropic lives on 1! Wow! Okay! Alright, it's gonna bite again because it sees that kill. Loombox is immune to the bite because it's dark, so that's a clean pivot. We switch Loombox in, hit with, I don't know, just Psywave it. Loombox, get us that clean pivot. Oh, this is fun. This feels good to be back in this saddle. I've been watching a lot of Pichal, as I usually do, and I've been watching, the end of the Drayano Gauntlet that he's been developing kind of over the last year. Just one good Psywave. Okay, yeah. Who's next? And I've just been watching the way he thinks around his plays, and it's been really fun to watch. Reflect is physical, barrier is special. Yeah? Yeah. We'll set up a reflect while we're here. I am not worried about bind, if you can believe it. Reminding myself how foul play works. Foe's attack stat, not good. We don't need to do that. I think we just go for a Psy Wave. Okay. It's speeding itself up. Oh, we have a move for that. Okay, it's at half. We use... Oh, wait, Topsy-Turvy is for us, not opponents? I was trying to use that on the opponent, but it wouldn't let me choose, which I think means we use it on us, which I didn't realize. Oh, no, it's everyone. Great. Okay, perfect. We're now faster than it. One more Psy Wave and we're good. And no, it's still faster. Did I misunderstand how that worked? I mean, I think we still kill. Fuck. If I understood that correctly, we should now be faster. Fuck. Holy shit! We'll look at Topsy-Turvy later and figure out what I misunderstood about how that move works. 3 HP, man. We are letting some guys get into the red. Do need to switch, obviously. But this goes hard. This is a really fun match. Yanma's back out. Yeah, that was close. Yanma's back out. I think we just bring Demon back in. Oof. It's a lot off the stones. Okay. We kind of need this to one-shot. And Demon's attack is really good. I feel like from this range... And it outspeeds. It's a Yanma. Of course it outspeeds. Dumb. Dumb, 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 dumb. Alright. R.I.P. It was faster even with the reversal. That's so... I wouldn't have thought that was possible. Okay. Alright, Demon's a bad loss. But we ball. Let's look at some stuff here. Because that's a fast motherfucker. Your speed is 38, which is really good. But you... 51, age 41. It's kind of anyone's game on that front. Special defense, 17 to 33. I think Numbles can take more of a hit. Yeah, we're fine. Really, it was that the Stealth Rock kind of fucked us up. Go for a water gun. It'll outspeed. It's double teaming now. It's setting up on us. Hit anyway, please. Great. Yeah, those hypnosis misses on... That's not as much as I wanted. Those hypnosis misses on... From execute really didn't help. Demon just not having the attack we needed doesn't help. Does Foresight see through evasiveness raising, or does it just see through Ghost type? Yeah, okay, great. Should have used that from the beginning then. No, I'm thinking of Odor Sleuth. That's the Ghost move one. My bad. So we use Foresight, completely negate its evasiveness hikes. Past and future. It goes in. Wow, that does more than we thought. More than I would have liked. We take another one after this. Will that be enough to kill it? Okay. Numbles. Take it down. Oh boy. Nice. Flat 20 on Sonic Boom. I believe that's right. What do you have left? You have a Alolan Geodude and something else. Another bug. We don't have a good ground move. We have a ground move, but not a good one. Boy, this is actually like the most Brock has fucked us up in this one. I was like, man, these natures all suck ass, and I was right. We do not outspeed. Well, it's a Geodude. Maybe we outspeed. I'm trying to think. Water Gun is 2 times effective, not 4. It'll do good damage. I don't know that it'll kill. I don't know what a Alolan Geodude's special defense stat is like. I truly have no idea. In the event that it doesn't kill, I'd rather do Mud Slap, because Mud Slap would lower Geodude's speed. It is a Geodude anyway. It can't be fast. I think we just Water Gun. We outspeed. Beautiful. Alright. Yeah. I was wondering if that was possible. Oh, alright. It's just fucking speeding itself up. So now I think now we just... Well, alright. If that speeds it up, it's going to use a Rock-type move, probably. There's no safe pivot here. It has 1 HP, so we can kill it with anything. But... Was that you, Discord, or me, Discord? I don't have sound on Discord, and I wouldn't have it piping into my OBS, so I think that's gonna be you, but I appreciate asking. You're fine, that's very funny. Okay. Here's honest to God what I think we do. It just got 1 speed boost. How fast actually are we? Our speed is 24. Alolan Geodude stats. Give me Alola. Speed is 20. It got a rock polish off. I feel like... if we're gonna lose someone, part of me would really rather sack someone weaker in order to get, in order to keep Marshtomp alive. But maybe, I don't know, maybe I just need to freewheel it and work with what we got out. Numbles? Party on, dude. Oh! Fucking Pog! We have gotten so many lucky survival, kills in this fight. This is crazy. This Nankata still isn't dead, huh? Talon Tap, you're at full health and a bird. Yeah, literally the Stealth Rock is the only thing that hurts you in a way that matters. This has been the most interesting Brock fight we've had in any run. Alright, clear. That was great. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, Stealth Rock only hurts you the once. It does hurt a flying type a lot, obviously. Very good, everyone. Fucking, incredible work. There's that boulder badge. Yeah, it wasn't clean, but it was lucky. It was a very interesting Brock fight. I was thoroughly interested in that. Demon, you were a real one. That ability of yours sucked absolute eggs, and I kind of, like, If anyone was gonna die, I know that Fire Fang was doing good damage on stuff, but the fact that its ability lowers the accuracy of every single move it has, like, go fuck yourself. Absolutely not, dude. Yeah, well, one death on Brock ain't too bad. Hold on, let's move Pokemon so we can do this properly. All right, Demon, we're sending you to the beach that makes you dead. F. Thank you, Demon, for doing what you could in that fight. You did a good job. Jellybean, you're gonna keep bench warming for right now. I don't want you. Actually, hold on. We're gonna take you out for one reason, which was mentioned earlier, which is that Chansey can tell us how it evolves. Look at the 5-3, 5-2. Look at those low HP totals. My god, everyone barely stuck it out. Great job, guys. Oh, hold on. There we go. Talk to me about this guy. Jellybean is a snail Pokemon. It's feeling neutral towards you. Its happiness is 52. It can evolve to Selgor using a link cable. Okay, so he's got to get the link cable item. Is that going to be Celadon department store like the stones, I wonder? And maybe assume? Let's also find out about Loombox while we're here. What's a snail? Okay, level 30. Great. Listen, I love a Malamar. There was a Malamar that did amazing work for us back in a really good Emerald Rogue Rogue run we had like a year ago. Hey, let's do something real quick again. Let's make our Game Boy fast. Just in case we actually need to use it. God forbid. That's right, we have a new level cap actually, don't we? Let's just get everyone up to that, I guess. Well, while we do that, Struggle Bug attacks the foe, resist, attack the foe, lower its special attack, sure. You don't really need Absorb. You don't need Bide. No one's ever needed Bide. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about Fast Candy. Thank you. Let me go in and do that. Me not having played this enough to remember shit. There we go. Beautiful. Talon Top, your turn. Double team, don't mind if I do. Yeah, all day long, baby. Aerial Ace, don't mind if I do. When do you evolve? I feel like you evolve shockingly early. Hey, there it is now. Wow, from a bird into a bigger bird. Thad wants wake up slap. Double damage to a sleeping foe, but wakes the foe up. I mean, and 70 base is really good. Get rid of bide as well, please. I don't know why all these motherfuckers we gotta have bide. Very good. This guy's also gotta be really close, if not there already. Chip away. Not affected by stat changes. So it's a flat 70 unavoided by avoiding stat changes. Yeah. Alright. I don't like low kick. Loombox gets hypnosis. Yeah, 60 accuracy, man. Rough. I don't think we actually use that. I think we keep what we have on Loombox as well, as it is. Psy Beam. Psy Wave varies in intensity. I always forget that's how it works. This is 65 and can confuse. Switcheroo. Trades held items. No for now, but if we get a held item that we could do a good strat with, I am not opposed to finding the move relearner. Make someone hold a flame ball or whatever. Well, let's see. Finally, a proper grass move. Man, I'm so glad Talon Tap evolved already. That's clutch. Stun Spore. I mean, better than Hypnosis. Poison Powder, no. We're good with Stun Spore. Sleep Powder, no, we're good with Stun Spore. Well, actually, no. I'll take Sleep Powder. Very good. And Numbles, your turn. No, we don't need fucking... Everyone wants to learn Bide. Everyone wants to be hit 2 times. Mud Bomb, on the other hand, I will not kick out of bed. Mud Slap gives us that stat drop. Let's get rid of Tackle. So we keep Mud Slap in case we need to slow anything down really urgently. And there we go. That's the team. Let's evolve that bird on our layout. Wondrous. We're gonna put Loombox out front. Loombox, I'm vibing with Loombox bigly. Yes, I definitely checked out the museum. Hello, what do you give us? 12 lava cookies. Fuck up 12 lava cookies right now. I would just absolutely destroy 12 lava cookies right now. Alright. Out here, new route, new bunch of trainers. I feel like it's a lot of, like, I think that lady has a Jigglypuff normally. Right? Let's just put Numbles out front. Our emissary of delightful pain. Oh, that's different. Not what I expected at all. Yeah, I guess just water gun it and hope it does a lot. There we go. Yeah, fine. Luckily for me, you're Delibird. I guess it's probably... Is it supposed to be pronounced Delibird? So it sounds like delivered? Like, that seems like that surely was the idea, but it's just so, like, incomprehensible to think about pronouncing it that way. Well, because it's like delivered, right? Delivered, because it's Santa Claus. Delivering. It would be insane, but so would Wormadam, and we learned Wormadam is how you pronounce Wormadam. How about locally franchised Subway inside a gas station bird? That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to start another name gate over here. I get so unreasonably frustrated sometimes when I watch Nuzlockers and I hear how some people pronounce Pokemon. Jan Pichal just learned how to pronounce slacking this year. It's because he slacks off and he's a king. It's not slaking, it's slacking. There's no reason it would be slaking. It matters. Slay King. Also, preface. It doesn't matter. Oh. Delibird. Yeah, right. Like there's irrefutably, like undeniably, the way it has been pronounced officially throughout all of Pokemon is Delibird. I'm not trying to argue what the actual official pronunciation is. I'm saying that it doesn't make sense based on what the pun in the Pokemon's name is. Same way, like, I need to actually look up Wormadam still, because, like, it's, like, I feel like it's Wormadam and Mothim, because they're female and male. Madam and him. The two genders. But, like, that's Wormadam, you know? That's Wormadam. Since I was a kid, I thought Pineco is pronounced Pineco. I definitely also, Pineco, check this out. Pineco and Chimeco, which, Chimeco is how you pronounce Chimeco, I think, right? Or is it Chimeco? Chimeco. I feel like that one's also weird, where, like, it should be Chimeco, because it's a chime and it echoes. But but maybe it's also weird. But yeah, Pineco definitely got me until I heard it. And I didn't watch a lot of the Gold and Silver anime. Like, I just didn't have it available. I watched a lot of the original anime on VHS tapes at the local library, and they did not have much of Gen 2. Or, like, any of Gen 2. I didn't really get to watch any of Gold and Silver until we got a DVD player in my home when I was, like, 10 or 12. And by then, like, you know, I was kind of on my way out in terms of how much Pokemon I wanted to spend my time watching. So, like, I didn't hear Pineco pronounced how Brock's Pineco says it until kind of late. And by then, it was too late. The damage had been done. Oh, yeah, it is like the Key and Peele sketch, absolutely. AA Ron. Man, if you haven't, I was talking to friend of the stream and of the JD Perrin brand and of the myself, Weaver, recently about the Key and Peele sketch, is it the East-West games? What at the East-West Bowl? The Key and Peele sketch about the football players, where they're introducing everyone's names and the names just get more and more ridiculous. If you haven't, I think it's the East-West games, or the North-South games. Look that up. Really good bit. Man, terrible day to be a bug catcher. Man, this bird has guts. If we do get a flame orb, we can do some pro strats with Swellow. I'm just doing all the trainers to get money. There's the one guy in that sketch whose name is just like a sound he makes with his mouth. It's a good sketch. All right, we can do better here. You're really going for the full 5, huh? Well, certainly you won't twice. Boom. Good job, Fad, successfully doing something. Oh, bug catchers only have bugs no matter what. That's right, I think I remember hearing you talk about that a while ago. Bird keepers, yeah, that makes sense. That one always gets me. Oh, a tiny baby. It is a tiny little baby. And there it goes. Igglybuff, if you look at... I think J. Danny Perrin is the current name of the channel. The Twitch channel that was Extreme Salsing, and before that was Hi MJ, which I'm not really using anymore because it was just for edits specifically. Do you actually have Levitate? Yeah, you do. There's an old run. Yes, I'm using PokeLink. There's an old run. The first thing I put on the Hi MJ YouTube in like 2018 or 2017, where I Nuzlocked through Pokemon Crystal Clear, and we rolled a die for what starter we would choose. Because it gives you like 20 different starter choices, and Igglybuff was what we went with. So we had Roundoln the Igglybuff. And I lived for a while. Hey, we also had a Butterfree named Camp Dave in that run. Let's focus energy for a turn. Yeah, Jace remembers Camp Dave. I might download those videos and like upload them on the on Perrin's Pantry, which is the channel I'm now. But I should talk about that. Perrin's Pantry on YouTube. Perrin, like how it is in my name, obviously, is where I'm putting Twitch VODs now. It's behind. The reason it's behind is I was waiting. Oh hell yeah! I was waiting to keep uploading stuff until I could edit my VODs of the Pokemon Scarlet Scavenger Lock. I'm just doing rough edits where I'm cutting out some of the downtime in those because there's so much of it. And those VODs are coming. I'm working on the first one of those. That's a lot of... Perrin's Pantry is a new channel, totally. And so's another one that I'm gonna be... There's gonna be 2 new YouTube channels in play for me this year, and that's kind of at the advisement of people who I've gotten opinions on this about, because what I'm putting full VODs on the channel I was doing edited video game videos on didn't make sense. And the work I'm going to be doing also on YouTube soon doesn't make sense for that channel, so I'm just starting a new channel and we're ripping it. With a rival channel named Pear's Pantry. That's fucked up. Yeah, I'm doing that right now. Everyone, please hold. Thank you, Ron, for following my pantry. Yeah, if you look at Perrin Pantry on YouTube, you will find it. There we go. Yeah, that's a little thing I made for VODs. And the edits of the Scavenger Lock are going to go up on there. I am doing editing on them, so they're going to be uploading over time. They're going to be, you know, out of sync with what else is going up. Just because I need time to edit them and I don't want to hold up everything else that needs to go on. So you'll notice that it's behind right now. That's going to catch up in the next couple weeks. You'll also notice that nothing from like 2024 is on there other than one thing, and that's because I lost the VOD. I just don't have the VODs for some reason. Oh, what's our fucking... Sell me my secret Pokemon. Snorunt! There's 2 new guys. So there's Flurkin and there's Snorian. Flurkin, Flower Veil. Protects grass types from stat. I guess that's a double move, or double move ability. A double ability move. But yeah, so that's where VODs are going. Is at Perrin's Pantry on YouTube. Snorunt from Garth. HP recovery, male, so we cannot Frostlass it. Good attack, which is good for Glalie anyway. Alright. I'm not immediately putting you on the squad, but I'm not mad about it either. Hey, look, a reason to put Jellybean on the bench again. And it's an orange Flabébé to boot, my favorite color. I feel quite special. Is a fairy type that learns grass type moves. But yeah, the YouTube thing is a tough call because, like, I have several years of shit on Extreme Salsing / JD. I might just rename it back to Extreme Salsing because that's what I was, like, active on it more recently as. Like, I have a long body of random bits of work on there from, like, the Hi I'm Jay days to more recent stuff, but it just, like, it's all gaming humor videos, and that's not quite what I'm gonna, like, that's what I would use the VODs from these streams for, but I'm not gonna be spending the time to do that work with these streams. I would love to do an edited video of me and Tim's scavenger lock. That might happen one day. But, like, it's not a channel I'm going to be prioritizing at all. Wish is good. Lucky Chant. Prevents foes from critting for 5 turns. We'll get rid of Tackle. So that channel is kind of dead in terms of upcoming uploads. Because there's also a channel just called JD Perrin that is going to be where I am doing some categorically different and new work in the new year. Starting very soon. Let's get our one last encounter, which is inside of here. And then we will once again try and dodge as many trainers as possible. Horse time! It is time to say nay. It is time to gallop. It is time to frolic. It is time to hear about small horses, be they mine or yours. It is time to know what friendship is. It is time to know what magic is. It is time to learn that they are one and the same. My Little Pony. Okay, great, your worst attack stat is buffed. Runaway, fairy way. Not much to write home about. I mean, neither attack or speed are down, and that's pretty good. Owl House Comics just announced. That's nice. Speaking of anime, I'll watch Owl House one of these days. And yes, real OGs remember Iatos Haunted, my old fucking username that I use. I have like 3 different old YouTube channels from when I was a kid that are out there. If you can find them, you can keep them. They are from so long ago. Maybe one day we'll do a little viewing party. Well, hey, congrats on the Owl House news. I know that's big for those who celebrate. That and Amphibia are like, yeah, man, I'd like to watch those one day. Very nice. There's that star piece. Here's another thing for people who haven't been watching the run before now, or this game streamed before today. A la Pokemon Yellow, Team Rocket is in this game. As in Jesse and James are in this game. We are, again, a la Pokemon Yellow. We will be fighting them at the end of this place. And they're a double battle with a randomized team like everyone else. And they are kind of a fucking wall. Or they can be. They're really, really tough. One might lose a team. One might lose some team members. Things can go fucking wacky against Team Rocket. Yeah, Amphibia is one of those ones where I'm like... I try not to like, I loved Steven Universe back in college. I'm not going to too seriously, and like, Adventure Time is still fun to watch. I'm not going to too seriously make fun of anyone who's watching a lot of the kids' cartoons of today. It's more that I am at a phase in my life where I am not. It takes me more to want to get into one. But Amphibia, I have been shown and told enough about to be like, all right, yeah, this can be one. Do I feel the need to watch every single praised, animated show of the now? Not really. Very much a children's show, and that's not. I mean, so is Steven Universe. So is Adventure Time. Adventure Time is always a kids show. I will kind of die on that hill. And see, I mean, they all are always kids shows. That's a tough. Hey, Alexandrites! Camilla, how are the fusions going? Didn't really think about what to throw out against this guy. Hope that the infinite fusion work is going well. Randomly gifted another Giraffe. Fabulous. I'm so happy for you. We'll throw Numbles out. Well, to catch you up and anyone else, Slivko is tedious. It'd fight literally everyone in there. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, hey, look at these new chatters we have. Wow. Well, to catch you up, we lost one Pokemon. We had a really interesting Brock. Lost one Pokemon. Did fine otherwise. And we are nearly through Mount Moon. We're about to fight this dipshit and then go heal. There's Team Rocket over there. Alright, Riley, have fun with work. Am I right to say some of the Mew game? Oh, I thought you were saying going to work. Got it. Yeah, I was recapping also that the VODs channel is finally being uploaded, and I'm not letting my long edits of me and Tim's scavenger hunt stop me from uploading other things. Oh yeah, Mugenics came out today. I gotta try that out at one of these points. We're just gonna put Numbles out here. Yeah, boy, crazy how that game's finally out. I remember... And I know there were, like, complicated reasons why it took a long time to come out, and, like, didn't they... I need to watch, there are two different interviews of it I have queued up to listen to. One is Vinny Vinesauce interviewed him live on Twitch, which is really cool. And the other is, okay, that's fine. The other one is Min-Max, or no, either Min-Max or Remap. One of the two fucking game podcasts that I listen to, has something about its release. I believe is an interview with Macmillan. Yeah, PAX 2012. No, that feels right. I remember seeing a trailer for it, like before I was doing Game Journo yet. That feels right. Yeah, Remap interviewed him, right? So I have one or two things to listen to about that game. I want to play it. Oh, you're dead, kid. You're freaking toast. All right, let's grab a fossil. It's the root fossil. That's cradily. Or the plume fossil. I can never remember. Is that Amora? Or is that, Yeah, right. Team Meat canceled it. Yeah, okay. Edmund tried to get the rights back from them for years, but he was unable to Yeah, he had to restart development from step one. That's right. Yeah. Fucking Team Meat. Like, everything to do with that was just, yeah. I do remember that. Is Plume Fossil Amora or Archon? It's one of those two. I know it's one of those two. Ooh, it's Archon. Okay. Okay. I think we want that over fucking... Cradily is not very good. And I do like Archon quite a bit. Rock Flying is such a fun type combo. Alrighty, let's scurry on back and heal, and then scurry all the way back here and fight Jesse and James. I'm a fool. That's fine. Bird, what is fast? Beautiful. Completely beautiful. Mudkip is a great starter. Yeah. I was like, come on. Like, we had the, I think it's the fire type Pikachu. It's what everyone is wearing, the red outfit. And I was at least interested in that. And we had Cyndaquil for our fire choice. And that's also, like, not bad. But Mudkip, water and ground early game. A good ground type early game in this with all the fucking poison types that people have is just so clutch. Really big fan of that. I'm not getting hit by a fight from that girl this time. Yeah, ground is perfect with Team Rocket. That's exactly what it comes down to. Yeah, I like this team. The Darumaka who died had... We have some bad natures. That's really the problem with this team. Otherwise, it's doing okay. We should talk about Team Rocket, who's coming up. It's like dark, poison, Meowth, normal. Isn't that kind of the deal? Isn't that kind of what the mix looks like? Let's cook for a minute. Normal dark poison. Giovanni has normal dark ground. Yeah, that checks out. Thank you. Who had... So this is interesting. This might not be the play, but I feel like it might be. Who has it? You have sleep powder. Yeah, maybe not. We could do a sleep powder wake up slap strat here, which could be kind of fun. Where Tropic puts guys to sleep, that makes them do extra damage. And then we get slap. And the problem with that is that that's 2 of our overall lower attack guys, but I like it. So we're gonna do it and see how it goes for us. Numbles and Talon Tap can be our heavier hitters that we call in when something goes terribly wrong. I'm gonna give a Perrin Berry to Fad just in case. Do we have like... No, we don't really have good equip items at this point. Yeah, intentional synergy is the one tool we have the computer doesn't. That's entirely true. Yeah, we do that. Either of these Croaks needs a pivot. We get Talon Tap or Numbles in. They're both really heavy hitters. Flurkin is also there as another counter to Dark, although it is vulnerable to poison. Loombox can do some really good, funky shit against anything that buffs itself too much. Let's do this thing. Inkay and Fungus. Once again, major battle. Let's put that speed back down to normal. Inkay and Fungus is fine. I think here's what we try and do on this one. Okay. Inkay is going to immediately see hit on Fad because it's psychic on fighting. We could pivot Fad out to something that will body that. We could pivot that out to our own Inkay. And just kind of stalemate. But I kind of feel like what we do is we focus energy, we sleep powder, it misses, motherfucker. Inkay goes hypnosis on the eggs. The strat is immediately falling apart. I don't think we can rely on... And the accuracy, literally we had hypnosis and now we have this. We've never been able to successfully put anything to sleep. But now, alright. We have focus energy cranked up. We just make the neutral damage hit on Inkay anyway. And then we switch Tropic out for Talon Tap, who can do big damage on Fungus. We break apart the synergy we planned. Oh! Does Switcheroo steal the bulk up? Because that's not a... It's a one-hit buff that we did. Half total's good. Fungus goes for that. Oh, you're right. I was thinking of Topsy-Turvy. Yeah, that was useless. Okay. Just go for another wake-up slap, I guess. And, I think you can actually afford a double team. I don't think anything here one-shots you. Worst case scenario, they switch something. Fad body's a hit. Slaps again. Kills! Yeah, goodbye, Perrin Berry. But nothing to be done, really. Oh! Fad taken out by the Fungus. Rough. Rough, but fine. Fad did what we needed. I think now... Talon Tap is buffed and ready to do some work. Or Talon Tap is, you know, like evasiveness up. Ready to do some work. Loombox... Yeah, here's what I thought that thing was using. All right, Ruby, thanks for tuning in. We will keep the Mufasa lore alive no matter what it costs my career. Career. Topsy-turvy flips the stat changes of an opponent. We also get Reflect if we bring Loombox out. I think we bring Loombox out. Good call, I think. Okay. So Loombox is going to set up a Reflect. Talon Tap is, I think, going to do one more double team. Because, like, Staravia can quick attack it or something. But, like, that's all, and we have Reflect up. Talon Tap avoids the evasiveness. Fuck you, man! I had a thing going there, you piece of shit. Oh, that's brutal. Stupid question. Is two-layer Reflect a thing in this game? Whatever, I think we actually Psybeam because I want this Fungus out of here. And then Staravia sees kill or big damage on Tropic. Hold on. Yeah, okay. So we switch Tropic out for Talon Tap again, frankly. Bullshit, I'm mad about that. Yeah, you could do two-layer Reflect in some games, and I don't know how many of them. Okay, it's double teaming. We have on Talon Tap a move that never misses. So we can just focus the friggin' plant. So we Psybeam it. And we Aerial Ace it. Beautiful. One is all it took. Okay. Man, that's what Wing Attack did with Reflect up. That's a lot. I think... Foul Play's 95 physical. Psybeam is 65 special. You are more gifted in physical attack. Increases with the foe's attack stat. I think we do a foul play on Staravia here. It does get foul play really early, yes. It's great. That's really good. That's half. Feint Attack hurts, but doesn't kill. Reflect is still up. My god, that's a strong fucking hit. Kill? Nice! That Staravia was a little scary. That could have been a problem. A Staravia, a good... Yeah, that's why I was asking, is OG FireRed? I know OG Gen 3 does have Reflect and Barrier stacking. 2 Meowths! Two of them. Alright. Loombox. Just foul play a Meowth. And we also will Aerial Ace a Meowth. Okay. Oh, Zorua. That makes some sense now, doesn't it? They're really trying to kill Loombox. We gotta get him out. Okay, Zorua's here. Well, this is an easy switch. I think they're going to keep doing dark moves at Loombox, so we switch in Flurkin. Talon Tap, I believe in the ability of to take another hit. I don't think we're in double team range, but I do think we're in hit this Meowth really hard. Well, actually, yeah, fuck it. I think they're going to be focusing Loombox and not Talon Tap. Yeah, I that was silly. I should have realized. That's funny. Defense drop is rough. Ooh, that sucks. Stop at 2. Stop at 3. Stop at 4? Go fuck yourself, man. And you don't even have, well, you have Fairy Wind. Is Fairy Wind, no, it's not even hit everyone. Oh, this is annoying now. Wish won't proc for another turn or two. Oh, I also forgot. Hell of a time to remember this. There's Floette. Oh, Flurkin, what's your speed? $35, good. Like, solid. Quite solid. Because if it's fast enough, we can definitely kill Zorua. And then Talon Tap just goes for a really big hit on Meowth. Alternatively, I think that's got to be it, because Flurkin doesn't heal for 2 turns. We can switch Flurkin out after this turn. I just want it to kill Zorua. Kill Zorua. This might be a mistake. That doesn't do nearly what I wanted. You're going for talent. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, that was stupid. That was dumb. That was dumb. We should have played that differently. Flurkin, you lived and then you died. I knew that wasn't the right way to play that. I was like feeling it in my bones. All right, okay. We should have just swapped Numbles in to begin with. Yeah. Mud Bomb kills Zorua. Talon Tap switches, I guess, to Tropic. I'd rather Tropic beef it if someone has to. The Screech is a pain in the ass. Zorua turned away? Alright. Thanks. Free kill shot. Skrelp. Well, this isn't terrible now, really. Oh, they have a chance of disobeying Jesse and James. I don't know if I'd seen that. Huh. I want this Meowth to die. I think we Mud Slap to drop its speed a little. We try and wake Tropic up to do a Reflect. Oh, it's accuracy. My bad. I thought it was sleep. That's Rock Tomb. Or speed. That's Rock Tomb. Okay. Fine. All those defense drops are bad news for us. Mud Bomb, I think, does the most damage. Try for Reflect again. Feint Attack. Does that just kill it? Yeah, that kills it. Goodbye, Tropic. Whew! That don't feel good. That doesn't even kill. How beefy is this Meowth? Oh my god, dude. Alright. It's Loombox. It's Loombox because it's fast and can set up Reflect. I know we're... That doesn't matter, though. No, this is fine. This is right, because also Skrelp's poison stuff won't do much to it. And in fact, we can use that. Mud Bomb one more time. Kill the Meowth. You... Psychic move on Skrelp and just do as much as you can to it. Good. Meowth dies. What the fuck was the beef on that? I guess maybe it's beefed up because it's not going to become a Persian. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Loombox is still in it. Truly, like, the thing I need the most out of this fight is for Loombox to live. One more Mud Bomb. Skrelp is down. The fight is ours. Okay. That was also not clean. Anyway. That was, yeah, so... I should have pivoted Floette out immediately. I just didn't. Two things I did wrong. I don't think I should have pivoted Floette. And two, I don't think that last double team was the right move from Swellow. By that point in the fight, I should have given up on setup. I was in the yellow health-wise. I got cocky about how much damage Swellow could take and just said fuck it, which was not the right move. 3 deaths in that fight doesn't feel particularly good, but we made it out alive. Yeah, this so far has been a weird run where I really like, in a vacuum, a lot of the Pokemon we have. You guys, yeah, you tutor the elemental punches. Actually, God. Can I teach? Wait, no, I can't teach Fad anything. It's dead. None of you guys can punch. This would have been great for Fad. Good Lord. Give me 1 second. We're going to go back to Zippy Zuba mode. Should Numbles be able to? Alright. I mean, I'll give Numbles fucking Ice Punch. Boom. Okay. Whew. Yeah, the Meowth is boosted, right. I kind of figured. And I think that's a very valid call to make. But, yeah, that was tricky. There were definitely a couple things that we could have played differently. But we got through it alive. If nothing else. Alright, let's do some RIPs to some real ones. Tropic. Goodbye. Fad. Goodbye. Flurkin, we just got you. Goodbye. Rough. 070707. Fucking the Inkay and the Hoenn crew are doing great on this team, though. Like, they're doing wonderful. I'm really happy with Talentap. Talentap and Numbles are getting us a long way, and honestly, for a double battle like that, Loombox came in very clutch for a double battle. Yeah, and we got encounters right away. Yeah, Camilla, you're a fucking expert at this game now. Like, you know where everything is that I need. We'll look at what's in the box in a minute. I don't know if it's anything but Shelmet right now. Let me open up and... Dead. 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 All right. Something good. Oh, wait. Wrong Pokemon out front. Something good. Hey, something good. Hell yeah. Soothbell for baby Pokemon. Okay, thank you for that. Ralts is huge. Ralts is always huge. We got two different fairy psychics in the box. That's pretty freaking good. Twizzy, you're female, so a Gardevoir you shall be. Hi, Twizzy. Adam. Perfect nature for a Gallade. Unless we can just use the stone on either gender in this, which would be kind of clutch. Stuffle also would have been really good. In the house left above the Pokemon Center for baby Pokemon. Oh, you get baby Pokemon. You can just get a baby Pokemon here. Okay. And you can do Gallade. All right. Yeah, let's... I would love... I mean, that's perfect for a Gallade then. Flying Pokemon for an electric Pokemon. Not today. I like my flying Pokemon. Soothbell. All right, yeah, let's that's good to know for the Cerulean encounter. Oh my god. All right, the run is back. The run is fucking back. Yeah, don't evolve Kirlia. I think we'll probably box Kirlia now so that we can plan that for when we have the either Dawnstone or Shiny Stone. I can never remember which. Yeah, literally we were on call last night talking about some of the fusions you've gotten in Infinite Fusions. And we were talking about literally like Gardevoir and Lucario as a pair of hot items, I feel like, for interesting fusions. Well, okay. So let's look at this. I think we put Twizzy in the box and wait to get whichever stone that is. In the meantime, Hogwash here, we got in Mount Moon, and I don't think it's seen the name for yet. That's pretty great. Piffle. I think we keep Piffle. And I guess, I don't know. You don't really do anything. You've got bad attack stats. You've got okay defense stats. You can heal and bide time. You can use Curse. I don't mind the idea of saving you for when we can get a link cable similarly. Snorrian has higher physical defense than special, so we were probably likely to... I assume that you can evolve it into a Frostlass even if it's male, but maybe we'll just Glalie it anyway. Let's, I guess, put Snorrian in the team. Snorrian, whatever it is. Alright. I guess that's our team right now. Which leaves me with some questions. Question number 1. Does level candy raise happiness? Do I not have the option to... Even more so with the Soothbell, great. I guess I don't have the option to type in Galarian Ponyta on PokeTools or PokeLink. And then there's Snorunt. That's good to know. Number 2, for me to look at real quick is to remind myself whether Riolu evolves by level. Or, wait a minute, we can do that at Chansey. I need to remind myself how, whether that and Ponyta evolve by level or something else. Friendship level of 150. Okay, in the daytime. Ponyta's level 40. So that's going to be rough for a while. Well, all right. Let's stuff some candy down these guys' faces. Sorry, bubblegum. Faint. Hits a protected target and lifts the protection. Endure, I don't think is actually all that useful. We keep going. Force Palm is huge. Do I want counter? Actually, we don't want faint. Just mowing through the same move slot twice in a row. Copycat is interesting. Mimics the last move used. Fails of no moves. I don't care about that. Hey, there we go. The big dog. That man, yeah, that happiness hike is no problem. This is great. We've got a fucking squad. Metal Sound. Metal Sound sharply lowers special defense. Let's get rid of quick attack and do that. We have other people who can do quick attack. Alright, your turn, horse. Get rid of tackle. And then all the way. Wow. Alright, that was quick. Snorian, Ice Shard, Icy Wind. 40 Oi strikes first. I like 40 and Oi strikes first. Oh wait, we already have that. Lowers speed. We'll do that. Bite is fun. Ice Fang is quite good. May flinch it or leave it frozen. Get rid of Icy Wind. Well, that's a squad. Bye, Jace. Thank you for tuning in. Okay. I think we are going to do Misty and then call it there. Well, that depends on how bad Misty goes. Let me also look at like items. Let's look at our guys here. Piffle. Cerulean Cave at level 8. Special attack up. Does have good special attack. Will get Aura Sphere eventually, so that's cool. I'll take that. Oh yeah, and it's steadfast. Flinching raises speed. Run away. Special attack up, which is not the attack we want. And then you've got attack up. You've got, you're naughty. All right. Ice body, slight HP recovery, and hail. Whatever. Like, they're not terrible. I don't hate them. Yeah, exactly. Always a good day one stopping point. That's how I feel about it. But yeah, and we'll talk at the end more about it, but this has been fun to be able to do this in the afternoon like this, and I'm really looking forward to continuing to do so. Solgun, you are just in time for Misty. We're gonna do that right now. As I realize we don't have anything that's super effective against water anymore. Let's convene on that. Fuck. Wait. Yeah, we can. We totally can. We so can. We can. We must see the monks. They're not really monks. Yeah, Lucario can learn Thunder Punch. That is what I am foreshadowing. Absolutely. Very exciting. Wait, how do I get up there? There we go. Perfect. Give me that shit. Lucario can learn whatever he pleases. The Punch Monks. I said monks because the I am a resident of the greater DMV. DC, Maryland, Virginia. And the monks that were doing the like 109-day cross-country journey made it to DC yesterday. Is counter good? I don't know, man. Like, but yeah, I went to the like finale ceremony of the monk's journey yesterday in DC. They walked across the National Mall, from Capitol Hill to the Lincoln Memorial, which was really cool. Yeah, I don't want to be baiting faster moves the way Counter wants us to do. It was like something that I always look at and I think, hey, this could be fun, but yeah. Hey, yeah, it is only on physical moves. All right, this was the right call. What else can we do to our squad? I like the looks of Talentap, Numbles, Loombox, and Piffle, at the very least. So yeah, now we have some kind of answer to water types. She's gonna have that Starmie, and we have dark moves to use against the Starmie. That's also a factor. She will probably also have like flying or fire or ground, maybe? I feel like maybe steel or something randomly. I don't know. I feel like what we have is such a bizarre amalgam of stuff that we just kind of go in. But let's equip this black belt on Piffle in case it comes in handy. Let's put the focus sash on whoever has the lowest HP, which is one of these two. I think the dark type will come in handy enough that we give it to Snorayan. And yeah, I think that's that. Let's also, yeah, that's it. Let's go. Can we avoid you? Yeah, we can. Wonderful. All right, Misty, I've only done 2 attempted runs at this game, and only one of them did I get as far as Misty. So, kind of going in blind here. We know that it is 4 to type and 2 not to type as of the version we're playing now, which is a difference from where we were before. I don't have too much else to say about this one. I think we just grip it and fucking rip it, Misty. Let's do this thing. Oh, wait, hold on. 100% speed, out of respect. Slowpoke. Not what we want to see type matchup wise. But also I think it's going to take a turn to like Amnesia itself. So there's probably a world in which we're fine. Will it Amnesia itself or will it go right for a Psychic? Oh, I know, but thank you for reminding me. Okay. Interesting. There are several things on this team that we need our fighting type intact for. Mainly Shieldon and Cradily. Slowpoke, Shieldon, or sorry, Lileep, Clamperl, Mantike, Starmie. I don't know what Clamperl can do. I don't really know. Thank you for that backseating. That's good. I don't really know what I know Mantike is water flying. At least I assume it already is when it's Mantike. Unless it's only water at that point. But, like, we have a lot that we need Lucario for. This is interesting. I wonder if Clamperl's, like, buffed or something. So I think we switch to Loombox. Because if it does Psychic Attack right at us, then we can resist it. And if it buffs itself, we can undo it. Beautiful. Perfect. And now, fucking foul play that motherfucker. Right. Disable on foul play. Very smart. I'm glad I didn't use Reflect. Okay. A Psychic will be fine on whoever. Hello. You're an interesting thing to throw out here. Confusion is on! Oh, we love to see that. Okay, alright, yeah. So now what we do... This is weird. Foul play is presumably... Like, we want Dark to beat Starmie. I don't know what Starmie has that would make her pivoted in. It might just be that it's a good neutral heavy hitter against Loombox. I think while it's confused and while foul play is disabled, we take a turn to reflect just in case something in the next 5 turns hits us with a physical move. Great. Yep. I'm just going to hit it with another minimally effective Psychic. Confuse Ray. Okay, so it's just trying to do the same to me. Interesting. Good. In effect, crit. Disabled no more. I don't know if this kills from here, but I want to see. Okay. Starmie pulls out. Shieldon comes in. Reflect is up, so that's great against Shieldon. Good damage. It's gonna do... Shieldon is Rock and Steel, probably get some ground moves as well. What is it? It might have a fighting move? I don't know what it thinks. Loombox seems like something that no one has a really good answer for. Which I find encouraging. Let's just go for foul play. Loombox powering through on every single turn. Iron Defense. We have a thing for that. I said we have a thing for that. So does that work in perpetuity? Like, did it just lower its defense again? Nice. Topsy-Turvy's great. I really like Topsy-Turvy in this. That is a goated move. Here's Mantike. It is flying. Okay, okay. I don't think you do anything physical, so I'm not going to worry about Reflect right now. I'm just going to Psybeam you, I guess. Yeah, we're both going for Confusion chance. Okay, there it is, in fact. It's a great pairing. When it evolves, it has good physical attack. It's just a good fucking Pokemon. I think we swap Loombox out here. I think this is a pretty safe pivot into... Follow me here. Ice is neutral against water and super effective against flying, so Ice Fang will do heavy damage. Physical attack is really good on Snoruian. I was about to send Lucario out, but I don't think we do that because the flying thing is a risk. It's not a risk with Snoruian. Yikes. We're faster. I love that. Great. Ah, flinch would have been so nice there. I think the second one kills, doesn't it? No. I don't know if that's kill range. Is Sash... I'm an idiot. We gave it Focus Sash. Is that just if it's full HP and it would die? It holds on at 1, or is that any hit? That's just if it's full HP, right? Yeah. Okay. The thing is, there's one way this works. There's 2 ways this works. There's 3 ways this works. 1 is that I'm wrong and we're in kill range anyway. 2 is that we get a crit. 3 is that it flinches. Those are 3 different ways this can work. Snoruian, go with God. Fuck you. Oh, that sucks. Bye, Snoruian. Damn. All right. All right, let's think. Yeah, that was a calculated risk. I feel pretty fine about it. Let's put Piffle out. I think this is going to bait Starmie. Starmie can go Confusion or Psychic and maybe kill us in 1 hit. If we're faster, we can Metal Sound, but that won't really do a lot for us in the long run. Assuming it is going to do a Psychic move, though, what we should do and what we will do is switch back into Loombox. Oh. Or it does that. I forgot I had Recover. But I mean, that's okay. Yeah, you know, you can try that. But we don't get... Oh, us? Oh, me and my buddy Loombox? We don't get confused. Get confused. Wow! Loombox! 1 shot! Oh, Loombox! Oh, Loombox, you shouldn't have. Alright, Lileep, Rock Grass, a little annoying, can be weirdly tanky. I don't think anything it does. I think it uses Ingrain on turn 1. I think we swap back into Lucario here. But before we do, reflect once, because I think this thing can use Rock Tomb, probably. I might be thinking too much about the one that they gave Roxanne in Emerald Sea Glass, but that's just what my head is at. Now we swap in for Lucario. And remember, Lucario has Black Belt on, so fighting moves are going to do great. There's a chance this thing has Sturdy. Fucking nothing! Are you kidding me? Okay. Everything on her team has Confuse Ray. This is like a normal Gen 3 Team Rocket fight. Okay, Brian is an interesting move for it to have. Come on, Pivel. Nice. Boom. Who does she have left? Fucking Clamperl? I think that's all she has left, right? No, okay. Clamperl and... Right, the Slowpoke we started this whole thing with. Can I just, like... tip you over and kill you? Like... Sturdy? No, just like that. It's a little bulkier than expected, huh? You get your clamp stamp. Shut the fuck up. Slowpoke comes back in. Did we hurt you before you swapped? We did, severely. We are surely faster. You've lost Pokemon to her clan. I don't know a lot about Clamperl. Maybe Clamperl's good. Because I know it does get stat boosts and changes sometimes. I know in one of the games in the Drayano Gauntlet, I don't know which one. I feel like it might be Renegade Platinum. I know Yan Pichao uses one that's really good. Clamperl with Whirlpool, Clamp and Whirl. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Well, we got it down. Hey, that wasn't bad. That was a really smooth Misty. That felt awesome. Yeah, that was like, for all the mess of Jesse and James and the like really good procedural but kind of messy stuff we ran into with Brock, that was a very clean Misty. I was really happy with that. Let's heal up. That was wonderful. That was loveringly. Before we go, before we sort of calm down and wrap up, let's do one more very special important thing. Once you pass Nugget Bridge and Bill, you get literally 10 more Pokemon. Great. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess it wasn't completely... Hey, I'll be totally honest. I forgot Snorayan died. Snorayan, you did a great job. You did what we needed you to do. You were like an extra Snorayan was just an extra variable that gave us an extra edge on that Mantike that I think was really helpful. So Snorayan... Thank you. Yeah, no one lost accidentally. We kind of let Snorayan go down. 5 deaths on a first stream doesn't feel great, but as the Alexandrites in the chat just pointed out, we are about to get like a bunch of new Pokemon accessible to us next time. So I ain't too bent out of shape about it. Let's make that be correct. There we go. Fucking these first 3 Pokemon in this party and Inkay, fucking Inkay, like what work it is putting in. Let's do this. I want to see Loombox Do we get up to 30 at this next level cap, please? So I want to see Loombox get a little reward. Base 50 doubled if we move after the target. I don't know. Foul play though. There we go, Loombox! Get your reward for all of your good work today! Yeah, Inkay and Malamar shred. I love these guys. Never knew how good they were until ROM hacks, until first Emerald Rogue and now this. Welcome, Malamar, to the party. You're looking great. You're doing great. Numbles, you get some stuff as well. Rock Slide! Great for another answer to flying types. I guess we can get rid of Foresight. It's good to have, but I'd rather you just have the range that you have. And like Water, Ground, Ice, Rock, that's pretty freaking good. Protect is also pretty freaking good. But I like you, Hat Man. Protect is really good, though. Let's keep that in mind for the move relearner. I forgot you were not up to snuff yet. Light screen's huge. Reflect and light screen. But what do we get rid of? You're so good. You're so good. I love Topsy-Turvy. What a great move. You know, I feel like we don't have Reflect on anything else currently, do we? We did at one point. I don't think we do anymore. Let's just swap it out for Light Screen, because genuinely I would rather keep these other three moves. There you go, Piffle. Bone Rush, ground move, I believe, yes? Sure. Metal Sound isn't useful for us because we are not running him as special, even though we could eventually. That's another move relearner project for later. If we get, like, when we get Aura Sphere or whatever on him, then that'll be great, but I don't think we need to worry about it right now. Talon Tap continuing to just be a stalwart of the crew. Quick Guard, huh? Protects from priority moves. I never got use out of this. I guess it could be useful in doubles, but it's so niche. Hogwash, getting Psybeam. Well, what we want on you is Zen Headbutt. But I mean, I'll take this, I suppose. Stomped with a big foot. Get rid of Tail Whip. Okay, and I don't think we're even going to bother filling in the 5th slot right now. Because we're done for today. Ugh. Oh, you're right. Didn't finish leveling it. Thank you. Easy mistake to make. Well, this was great. It's very funny to play a Pokemon game where you're Nuzlocking and you get 5 deaths in the first 2 gyms and you feel good about that. You know, that's always a funny place to be. But it's the place we are. Next Tuesday, we will continue on. We'll go and get a bunch more encounters. We'll, there you go, little fella. We will fight Camilla, in fact, and see what she's been cooking, what our rival's been cooking. Here, let's come back over here and sit a spell for a minute. Is Stelly still over there? You are. Did I say your name? Did I say your name? Here. There, now they're hanging out, they're friends. But yeah, we'll do more of this on Tuesday, I think. I kind of like the idea of, now that I'm doing Tuesday, Thursday afternoons, doing like, Tuesdays will probably always be Pokemon. Thursdays will sometimes be Pokemon. Next Thursday might be me and getting Sylvie on again to commentate some of Camilla's Elite Four runs through this very game in her own attempts, because we were watching the other week and had a lot of thoughts, and I would love to do that. But Thursdays might also sometimes be like other games time, and we might also do a Sunday occasionally. But that's what I got for you. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna stop recording. Goodbye, YouTube. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.